Okay, Frank. So moving along to point two of our trends, which is more stuff in the cloud, if you will, software related, obviously like AI. Um, but wanted to spend a few minutes talking about print management specifically. As you know, PaperCut recently released a new version of their Hive software for print management purposes. Um, and also wanted to talk a little bit about Intermedia and what they're doing in terms of unified communications. I know we're going to speak soon in a week or so with Eric Tuttle over there, and have him on the show. But what are you hearing? What are you seeing, Frank, in terms of cloud services?
Well, with the company you mentioned is the one that really woke us all up, is Intermedia. I have to say that. I'm sure PaperCut, I agree, has done a very good job in building on their capabilities. But when you stop and think that Intermedia was a brand new company less than 4 years ago, they found something that there was a very strong demand for to simplify the process. And evidently they did it in a big way. They won the best diversification partner. To me, that was incredible that so many dealers recognized the capabilities of this new company, which was relatively newborn.
Yeah, their unified communications as a service product is something that we hear a lot about as a means of improving profitability. Another service that people can add, right? And I think the survey voting just kind of proved that out. So congrats to Intermedia. Number three for our trends to watch this year is distribution as a service. So this applies both to the OEMs and to the dealerships, obviously. But we're hearing about more and more people focusing on core business and not wanting to invest in warehousing of inventory and relying on companies like Distribution Management and TD Synnex to kind of do that for them. What have you been hearing? What have you seen in the past year as far as distribution being more widely embraced?
Well, candidly, not to take any applause on the matter, we've been talking about their capabilities for some time now. CJ and I were invited to visit with both companies, and I have to tell you, it just opened our eyes in terms of the tools that they provide for the dealers they sell. So it's not just saying, here, I got the product. And not only that, but you don't have to get into any kind of depth in inventory. So you're gone as having to have the machines in your own warehouse. That in itself is enormous, but at the same time, provide assistance in other areas. They've got people that are in-house that are there supporting the sale, not facilitating the sale, supporting the sale. That's a big difference. When you have smaller warehouse companies, and one I'm going to mention, Mars, Raj Tadani is the president and the main man there, so to speak. And he's built a hell of a program. And I think it shows what can be done in a smaller way, working with local deal. When I say local, regional, he covers the East Coast pretty well, particularly the Northeast. Good things can happen because what he's doing is alleviating a cost of doing business for dealers and making them more profitable.
Our fourth trend, which is kind of a broad one, but we've talked about it a lot, and we're going to keep talking about it. Inkjet printing technology. The first thing I want to ask you about in the inkjet context is, I know you've said this before, that you feel that it's the future of managed print services, inkjet, especially in the A4 space. Frank, could you just reiterate why you believe that?
On the A4 side?
Yeah, especially on the A4 side.
It's very simple. Cost. I mean, in every aspect of the machine. Now, a dealer puts out a machine, sells a service contract. Boy, the profitability of a service contract on an A4 is tremendous. I mean, I don't know what they were able to get and how competitive it's been. I honestly don't know how competitive the maintenance agreements have become on the A3, A4 side. I've really tracked that in a while. But there's no question that it's just that much more efficient. There are some limitations, but the technology keeps advancing. And that's what got me all excited about inkjet. Not that they're more reliable. When you come out with a technology that has a lot of capability, manufacturers start making huge investments. And that's what we've seen in inkjet that we haven't seen in anything else. You take Kyocera, Ricoh, Konica Minolta, all have made significant investments in the technology of inkjet and what it can provide. Simply because they're going to be the leaders in this country in terms of providing industrial or production print that does prints on fabric, textile printing. But on the A4, A3 side, you've got Brother and Epson. On the A4 side particularly. And certainly I see them getting stronger simply because they've been leaders.
And our friends at Riso.
Another company that has done wonders with inkjet. And that business has came out in the beginning. Nobody saw much of a future for it. You talk about sustainability, Risso's got it.
We saw them, Andre Diurbano, CJ, and I saw him at Printing United back in the fall, which leads me to kind of a good conclusion. You know, in terms of inkjet's encroachment, we're seeing it obviously in textile printing, like you said, and also on the packaging side of the business.
I mentioned the textile printing because I'm excited by it, and it's going to bring a significant investment from manufacturers into this industry and create a brand new industry in the United States. But for years now, inkjet has been the tool for labeling. I mean, and packaging, it's huge. And for the same simple reason that it's going to dominate on the A3 and A4 side. It's efficient. It's cost effective. And the technology is demanding that it be further developed to produce or print on more and more and more substrates.
The next year should be interesting in terms of where inkjet goes next. Frank, thanks for your time today. I just want to point out that there's a lot of companies that we mentioned in the watch list this year. So I encourage our readers to go on and check out the article from ACDI to Z and X for Xerox and everybody in between. The next time we talk, Frank, we're going to talk about people and our people watch for this year. So stay tuned.